What's not cool is shaming. Shaming's not cool, no matter what it is. By the way, this is so funny and contradicting because my plaque that I got from milking drama is above me, and I just chose to sit in this corner of my house, and it happens to be in the background.
So I may be a couple days late to this one, but I still wanted to talk about it because it's been all over my For You page, and that has been the drama between Alyssa Violet, a name that I completely forgot about, I'm going to be completely honest, Tana Mojo, and basically Alyssa trying to pick a fight with Tana because Tana was speaking badly about Jason Nash.
Listen, I know your job, and I know that like you're supposed to be like talking about drama all the time, and that's literally your job on your podcast. But for coming to come for somebody that's literally just trying to make a simple living on like just going live on TikTok trying to make ends meet. Like, he's a middle-aged man, like he has kids, he has to make money for his kids' school, like all this stuff.
Now, if you're completely confused, because I was a little bit at the very beginning. First off, Alyssa Violet, I haven't heard that name since she made that video to do with Jake Paul back in the day. Anyway, I kind of had this feeling that that is probably one of the reasonings why Tana and Alyssa have this beef in the very first place, but that's just my own speculation. Who would be defending Jason Nash in this situation? I don't know. Tana she's made a few videos where she'll go, well, at least I'm not Jason Nash. Well, at least my life's not that bad.
Can someone make Jason Nash a DoorDash account? If I open my TikTok one more time to seeing him begging for roses on my live For You page, I'm calling CPS.
Let's go. 2,000 in the live. Incredible. Thank you, guys.
But because she's been doing that, Alyssa then hops on and says we shouldn't be judging, we shouldn't be shaming others, just trying to do an honest work. He's not bothering anyone. He's just out here on like 10-hour TikTok battles trying to get money off of his followers.
Look, would I be on TikTok Live if I wasn't in like a financial hole? I don't know. Probably not.
Basically, what Tana was trying to say is like, get a job.
At least I'm not Jason Nash. Like, at least I'm just not Jason Nash.
If you're confused about who Jason Nash is, now Jason Nash, I will say, is a bit of a washed up YouTuber, and that I don't mean to say that in a mean way. I'm just saying that a lot of people climb and then make a lot of money and then seemingly blow that money, and then more often than not end up begging for money, which we've seen quite a lot, which is in his case.
8 hours a day, and I'm entertaining people. People want to come in talking.
Yeah. I mean, this is your job. This is what you do.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
You've been doing.
That's how I see it. And that's it. And if anybody doesn't like it, it's like,
He was really good friends with David Dobrik. They were a part of like the vlog squad, if I've got that one right. He was also with Trisha Paytas. This is back in the day where people then really started to see Jason's true colors when he would like shame Trisha around food and would shout at her and yell at her. There's a whole lore behind this that I don't know absolutely everything, but all I know is that he's not a very nice person. Fundamentally, he hasn't shown his best colors.
Let's see what you did. Okay, you had 8 of these, only 2 left. And now, mind you, I had none. So she did all this. And she had 7 of these. You had 15.
That's 75% of the nuggets at 8.
I mean, that's...
Babe, I might need to do one more.
No, you're good. I don't think you need to do it. And think about Jonas.
One more nugget.
So lovely, so
one more nugget, babe. Nug me.
I think you should stop.
I'm a supportive boyfriend. I'll feed myself.
No, it's the opposite. I am the supportive boyfriend.
What, you won't love me if I get fat?
And because Tana is really good friends with Trisha Paytas, she's going to have Trisha's back by like not wanting to engage with Jason. Also because Tana, loves the drama and makes her money off of drama fundamentally. She is gonna be randomly like throwing in little jabs at Jason. Some may call that childish, but it's kind of what the majority of creators do if they're within the drama field. At least that's just what I think. All this is to say is that what happened on Saturday, Tana made a video. She was talking about this girl that was like in the woods trying to like live her best life, and Tana was like, oh, like kind of taking the mickey out of her. Alyssa then pops on and says this.
These TikToks kill me. Like, first of all, congratulations, diva, you've been picked. Second of all, it's like, put me in that forest with...
Tana, why are we shaming people for, like, actively not wanting to be a part of drama or know about drama and, like, choose to remove themselves from negativity in the world? Like, if this girl doesn't want to be a part of drama, no matter what kind of drama it is, why are we like, this girl's a pick-me, oh my god, this girl... This girl's just in a forest, like, simply living her life, looking at the trees, and you're like, dude, this girl. It's like, why? Why are we shaming? If you want to be in the world of drama and, like, all of that shit, that's fine. Like, yeah, all power to you. But, like, some people don't, and they want to, like, be fairies in the woods. Or whatever they want to do. Who cares? What's not cool is shaming. Because they don't want a part of what you're into, or they have their own opinions or whatever. Shaming's not cool, no matter what it is. By the way, this is so funny and contradicting because my plaque that I got from milking drama is above me, and I just chose to sit in this corner of my house, and it happens to be in the background. That wasn't, like, intentional. But, I think this girl just made, like, a cute little TikTok in the woods being like, oh, I'm, like, happy and there's no drama in my life and like, I'm just happy and cute in a tree. And then you're like, her, she's a pick-me. It's like, when can we win? When the can women win? I'm losing my mind.
So the fire is already brewing. So she's already thrown out these little jabs. What then ended up happening was Tana, then she's made several videos, but she made one video where she was saying, like, at least I'm not Jason Nash, like, at least my life isn't this bad. And Alyssa pops on, and this is what she had to say.
Tana, I know your job, and I know that, like, you're supposed to be, like, talking about drama all the time, and that's literally your job on your podcast. But for coming to come for somebody that's literally just trying to make a simple living on, like, just going live on TikTok, trying to make ends meet. Like, he's a middle-aged man, like, he has kids, he has to make money for his kids' school, like, all this stuff. Not everybody can post a butthole picture on OnlyFans. Like, and make $1 million, okay? That's, like, unheard of, and that's great that you do that. That's awesome. Cool. Like, I'm not shaming you for that. That's great. It's just not everyone can do that. So what we're not going to do, what's not cool in 2024 is shaming people for going live, for making a couple of extra dollars to provide for their kids, okay? And I know you're BFFs with Trisha and you're on that side, but it's like, what's not cool is a shame, okay? Let's grow up.
Now, I'm not the biggest Tana fan or Trisha fan, or actually, I'm not the biggest fan of anyone in this situation. But, and that doesn't mean to say I don't like them. I'm just not a huge fan of their content. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not the biggest fan of everyone's content in this situation. However, it's fairly hypocritical to then hop on and say, we shouldn't be shaming people, don't shame people, shaming people's bad, and then go on to shame Tana for doing OnlyFans. And you can have your own opinions about OnlyFans and all of that whatnot. I personally don't really care. You can do whatever you want. Not for me, but you can do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, as long as you're doing it safely and there's no children involved, etc., which I feel like is common knowledge. You can do whatever you want to do. But it is fairly hypocritical how she's saying don't shame people, but then says, well, you make $1 million from, like, a butthole picture, which then begs the question, like, is that actually accurate? If you could do that and make $1 million, that's a very fancy bum, that's all I'm going to say. She then also, following this, Alyssa got a mad amount of backlash from people, because not only is she, like, shaming Tana for doing whatever she's doing with her OnlyFans, but she's also defending Jason, who a lot of people don't like, hence the reason why he's not very popular anymore. And bringing this back to what I was saying earlier, he literally stays on TikTok all the time. I have actually come across a couple of his lives where he's, like, battling people. I find the concept and watching two creators basically, like, screaming at their followers to, like, send them roses and all of that so that they can make money, because every item that you're sent equals a certain amount of money. So you'll get these two creators who like do TikTok battles where they'll basically be like shouting at the screen like, please send me a rose, please da 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 da. There's clips of him like breaking down crying. And there's also been him doing interviews recently where he's openly come out and he said like, I don't really have any money anymore. He doesn't like David because he feels like David Dobrik just dropped him at the drop of a hat. And now he spends his days, because he has like a, you know, multi-million-dollar mansion and a family, he spends his days on TikTok. And when kind of probed, like, would you go and get another job? He's like, I don't have any skills.
If anybody doesn't like it, it's like, don't.
They're probably like the people that are saying that probably have conventional jobs, right? They're looking at like, oh,
yes,
like, oh, they can't do what he does, so they're like, why? So they're trying to bring him down, right?
Yeah, I mean, I challenge anybody to sit there for 8 hours. It's exhausting. Why don't I get a real job? No. Is that your question?
No. You know what? Not to be offensive or anything, but why don't you give up?
No, that's not.
Why don't you give up?
That's really now. I'm genuinely asking because as the comments I see, I know why you do it.
Yeah,
but like, say that it's okay. You know what? Just label it like that. Why don't you get a real job?
I don't have any skills.
Okay, see people.
I don't
see. That's why
someone said that the other day. Why don't you get into real estate? I'm like,
I hate it.
I don't have a real estate license.
Bo Graney was his name.
Do you have any interests outside of entertainment?
No.
Which is just such a cop-out, because I don't know how much money he's making over on TikTok, but TikTok does not pay anywhere near as good as what YouTube does, for instance, unless you're doing sponsorships. That's all I know. I don't create content on TikTok, but that's what I know from talking to other people. And yeah, he's just unwilling and doesn't really want to. Like, whatever. So then Tana will then nudge him and say, oh, you should do like Uber Eats, or you should, I can't remember what it is, like you should go to delivery or whatever it is. And he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. And bearing in mind, this is like a 40, 50-year-old man, all right? He's not like really that young anymore. So yeah, he's just unwilling to want to do it. So I do think it is fair for people to have criticism.
Thank you. I love you, Starshine. Thank you.
Right.
Like, do you ever think about going
to DoorDash
or to like a, you know, did you ever think about going back to like any other job, or was like
I can't do anything else,
or just like I love, yeah, electrician, obviously you do lives with him. I don't know, I just never thought it's it's entertainment or nothing. I don't care what it is. Like,
what would you suggest I do?
No, it's just that
let me get a job at Lululemon.
Alyssa has then come out and she said, to be clear, I don't support abuse, bullying, paedophilia, shaming of any kind. I also don't support cyberbullying of any kind, and that was my original point. Well, the thing is that you kind of, I don't know, I feel like she was shaming. People once again are saying, Jason Nash is not the hill to die on, babe. You're attacking Tana for calling out Jason Nash, a known arsehole for sitting on live all day instead of getting a job. And then she then decided to remove all of the content. So I then had to like skip over to her Snapchat, which you then couldn't watch the original video because they had it behind this like wall, which she then said, it's not me, it's Snapchat. It's like, I'm not 100% believing this, but whatever. She says, I'm removing myself from all of this. Go on my Snapchat to see my original point. Or don't, I don't care. This is something I most definitely will not put my time and energy into anymore. I took down all the videos, internet. You can happily have this one. It is what it is. You're going up against Tana, who shares a lot of her fans with Trisha. So obviously that fan base is not gonna appreciate Jason. And then as well as that, you're also shaming Tana for what she's doing for work, whilst also saying don't shame anyone in general. And that was meant as a dig. That was the whole way that she kind of said, like, putting down her for doing an OnlyFans. And not only that, but in her post, I think I've already played it, but she said, like, women can never win, all of this. It's just like, don't give me this whole, like, women chat if you're then shaming a woman for, like, what she chooses to do for work. I don't know. I don't feel like it really works if you're saying don't shame, but then go on to shame. It's a bit hypocritical. Also, like, people just don't like Jason Nash. And a 40, 50-year-old man who is sat, like, crying in his, like, basement or wherever he is, in his, like, multi-million-dollar mansion, crying that he's not got any money, but literally sits for like 8 to 10 hours a day doing TikTok battles. It's just not the hill to die on.
The same example. AKS!
20 seconds left. B4 Sports Station. Everybody bring home. Snipe now. Snipe. Snipe. 8, 7. Need it bigger. AKS. Yeah! B4!
Because at the end of the day, he could get a job. Like, he can go out and get a job. He really can go out and get a job. And there's just no point defending these kind of people. I do also feel that just with content creators in general, a lot of them are just not willing to accept that their time on the, internet money train is going to be over. They almost convince themselves that they really can't do any other line of work, which just isn't true. So I don't know what he's going to do. Apparently, TikTok's getting shut down in America. I don't know if that's true or not. But if it is, what's he going to do then?
Would I be on TikTok Live if I wasn't in a financial hole? I don't know. Probably not.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say on today's topic of conversation. It is such a humid day. I'm literally sat here fanning myself because we're going to get a really big thunderstorm because we've had some nice weather and now it's gone all muggy and humid and everything is all sticky and gross. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.